Okay. Oh. Hey guys. I wasn't really expecting you all here today. Well, I guess it probably is about time. I mean, my last review was... Oh, wow, yeah. It's definitely time for at least something new. I think all we've been doing was unboxing videos. No, sorry, pop videos. And also our random talks. But not really much else we've done. But a lot has happened over the course of 1 year. I got a new job that I really enjoy. People have come and go in our lives so far. And just some new stuff going on. So, maybe this one could be something new. I got it. A random moment. Just a moment of something random I just think about and talk to you about. But what will the topic be? I got it. The ending... Actually, rephrase that. The story of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Alright, so let's begin this. Oh, also a greeting. Hey guys, I'm Review It Dan. I review the good, the bad, while making sure you all have a blast. Now, I did review My Little Pony... some at Midnight Castle. But, I reviewed that over a year ago, and I found the episode to be fine. Nothing too great, but, you know, pretty good. And so far, I have seen about every episode of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Although I will have to admit, I never really gave it a watch at first. In fact, I was probably one of the people who hated My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic at first when it came out. In my defense, though, I was in high school, and I was more narrow-minded way back when. My view on, well, entertainment nowadays has changed. And I'd also like to issue an apology to all bronies. I have said many terrible things about you all, but I have realized that all fan bases do what you've done. So, yeah. Case example, Rick and Morty.
The new catchphrase.
Oh, yeah? What's that, Rick?
I love my grandkids.
Aww.
Psych, just kidding. My new catchphrase is, I don't give a f***.
Now let's talk about the show. When we're first introduced to the show, it opens up with, well, almost like a Disney in a way. It opens up with a book opening and introducing us to the world of Equestria. A neat little backstory about the princesses, Nightmare Moon, and about how 1,000 years go by and one pony is still alive somehow.
Elder sister took on responsibility for both sun and moon, and harmony has been maintained in Equestria for generations since.
She's not a deity. She even said she's not, or is implicated she's not a deity. But everybody thinks she is in the show, so I don't know. But we're introduced to Twilight Sparkle, voice acted by Tara Strong. If you don't know her voice work, she plays Raven in Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. She plays Timmy Turner. She actually plays a few other things too. Really, she's a great voice actress. Twilight Sparkle basically begins her story of the show. Twilight Sparkle starts out as basically how do I put this? A neat, antisocial pony who likes to read books all day long. That's all she ever did. That was basically her main character. Books, 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 books. To the point to where it was been a running gag throughout the whole series. She finds the book about the whole story of Nightmare Moon and tries to do something about it. The princess tells her, hey, look, you gotta make friends, okay? You gotta get out of that library and make some friends. Okay, there was actually more to the story about that. I'll get to it in a little bit. Anyways, she gets sent to Ponyville. Yeah, original name, right? Ponyville. Oh well, it's a TV show. Who cares? It's where she meets the other characters of the show. Rainbow Dash, who is a very headstrong and very brash person, rushes into things way too easily. Applejack, hardworking, hard-headed, stubborn as a mule.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course not.
I mean, it's fine if that's who you are.
Absolutely.
Rarity, a very posh, but not like overly posh. You know, she has this bit of a snooty attitude, but it's not like she sticks her nose up at everything and going, "Be gone with me, pedant." Fluttershy, name says it all. And Pinkie Pie, who I swear would be Utaku Kent's twin if he was awesome Major Sugar. They form a friendship after Nightmare Moon returns and almost threatens to put all of Equestria into eternal darkness. Which would be dumb because, one, eternal darkness means no sunlight, so no plants would be growing. Two, no warmth of the sun, therefore constantly freezing. And three, death. Death would be the whole thing on that one. And after that, the story goes on. Nothing really too great after that, except for season premieres and season endings, where we get to meet some great villains and some anti-heroes. We get to see Discord, the god of chaos. He makes chocolate milk rain. Yeah, basically he throws everything in a loop for itself. Hilariously enough, he's voiced by John Delancey. If you don't know who he is, he actually played on Star Trek as, well, a god of chaos on that one as well. I think a god, I don't know, some being a chaos of some sort. But yeah, for John Delancey to replay a role like that, it's kind of cool. And he's really great at it too. There's also Queen Chrysalis, who is the queen of a race of beings called changelings. They're basically a race of insectoid-like ponies who can change their forms. Yeah, it's almost like a weird doppelganger kind of thing. It's like, knock someone out, turn to them. King Sombra, he showed up for 4 episodes in total. Yeah, coming back to the Crystal Empire, getting defeated in the Crystal Empire, getting reerected by Grogar, and then being destroyed by the main characters. Yeah, that's it. And this was built up on a pedestal too. Come on, you couldn't have done more with them? Whatever. TRex, who was a centaur. You think there'd be a little bit more to that though, wouldn't you? He absorbed magic of other creatures and got bigger from it. It's like he was taking some weird magical steroids. Yeah, check up, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was at a point where he was even going, oh, yeah. Admiring his own handiwork of magic stealing. And the last one being Cozy Glow, who was actually just a normal Pegasus pony, who honestly did the same thing as T-Rex. Yeah, she was stealing magic. Though not absorbing it to herself, she was just stealing magic. She was probably the oddest of the villains. But we also cannot forget the other series, or I guess side series villains, to which leads us into Equestria Girls. This is when Twilight actually had to go through a magic mirror to a human world. All it was a mirror version of Equestria, to where the princesses are principals. Yeah, Principal Celestia, Vice Principal Luna. All of her friends are teenagers, which makes you wonder how old the actual characters are in the series. And the first villain on that is Sunset Shimmer. She is actually Celestia's former student before Twilight, who kind of went power hungry and power mad, and decided, hey, I want this magic. Give it to me. To which Celestia's like, nope, I'm kicking you out of school. To where she ran away into the mirror and became basically a queen bee of the school. Yeah, it didn't work out that well. She would actually return later on to steal a magical artifact from Twilight, known as the Element of Harmony of Magic. Yeah, basically her crown was magical with 5 other gemstones. But I'll get to that into a review later on. When she wore the crown, it turned into a demon monster thing. and was defeated by the power of friendship. Yeah, that's the whole point of the show. It's basically using friendship as a way to defeat evil. Just kind of weird. It's not like you hold hands and go, "We defeat you, evil." Yeah, I'm positive you get shot down dead.
Taste the rainbow, motherfucker!
That series actually took its own way, with Sunset Shimmer taking more of the lead role on that one. Even introducing us to Twilight's counterpart of what the fans like to call Sci-Twi, the human form of Twilight Sparkle. So, yeah, that's kind of it for My Little Pony. Now, I want to talk about the last episode real quick, because there's a lot of stuff going on. So, for those of you who did not watch the whole series, both princesses are retiring now. They're having Twilight run the whole country, which is weird. I don't really think royalty has done that before. Well, I think they took a step back to let the new king and queen take over, but maybe I'm just overthinking that. At the beginning of the whole 1 hour special, I like to say, because you usually cut in 2 parts, but the beginning of the first special takes place at Canterlot, years later, integrated with dragons, hippogriffs, griffins, all creatures of sorts. Which is really cool nowadays, because now we don't have to see the snobby rich ponies anymore, who literally do this throughout most of the episode. Yeah, literally walk with their nose up in the air. Seriously. If their nostrils were any bigger, it'd be kites. Now Twilight is it's probably been about a good couple of years now, because Twilight is as big as her teacher, and all the others are older. I wouldn't say old as in, yeah, I'm coming. I'll be there soon. But, you know, older. They're adults now. Hell, one of them even has a kid. Crazy enough, right? But Twilight has a new student. Who doesn't think friendship is all that important? Oh no! Not important? How terrible. Honestly, Spike's reaction is probably more funny than mine is. Speaking of Spike, he got big. Although his legs didn't grow that well. He needs to work on his legs. Twilight tells her a story about the coronation, and certain things that her and her friends grew apart after this. Like, okay, some friendships do grow apart, but if you're true friends like how these girls were, who saved the world a good number of times, that friendship ain't ending that well. Not to mention, they're all pretty famous, so it wouldn't be hard to really see each other again. Also, not to mention how some of them work. With Rarity being a very big clothes designer, Applejack running her own farm with her family, Rainbow Dash, who is actually in charge of all the Wonderbolts now, like how Spitfire was, Fluttershy, who runs her own animal sanctuary, and I believe got with Discord because she was passed through his little portals he goes through, and Pinkie Pie, who, well, she's one of the best party planners in the world. We even get to see Ponyville later in the future when she sends her student off to Ponyville now. So, yeah, we even see the characters grown up. We see the old school bullies, Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon, adults now, and as well as the Cutie Mark Crusaders, who are teaching at the school. Big Mac has a kid with his wife, Sugar Belle. When you sit down and watch a series from beginning to end, and with 9 seasons backing up My Little Pony, you see how much has changed. From the first episode where Twilight didn't have any friends, and now to the point to where she rules a country and still sees her friends. It's a great character development right there. You see so much growth happen from the first episode to last. You see how much everybody has changed, from Rainbow Dash, who was always so cocky, to be more, you know, not as cocky. She still has her times, but she's better at it. You see Applejack, who never really asked anybody for help, you know, asking for help a couple times. Fluttershy has become less shy. When you first see her, she barely talks. She barely says anything to anyone. By the last episode, she's more outgoing. Pinkie Pie had to reel back a lot of her excitement because she was so overbearing in the first few episodes. Always laughing, joking, all that stuff, to the point to where it was like, okay, we need to tone her down a little bit, take away some of her sugar. Rarity became a little less posh with a lot of her ways of thinking, wanting to find a Prince Charming like a Disney princess. So, yeah, a lot of things have changed a lot, and it was for the better, and it was very nice. Am I going to miss My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? Of course I am. Who isn't? Am I glad to see it go? In a way, yeah, because nothing can last forever. And yeah, it's kind of weird saying I'm glad to see it go, but it's not in a term of endearment. It's a term of acceptance. Like, I can accept this. The show has been on for years. It has 9 seasons. And in fact, the 10th season is coming out in comic book form, which is kind of hilarious. But does it mean that we're saying goodbye forever to My Little Pony and Friendship is Magic? No. We can still rewatch it. We can still go back and watch what we've seen before. And the new generation, well, we have yet to see. We don't know anything about it. All we know is that a few characters are getting swapped species. Try's going from unicorn to earth pony. Fluttershy's going from Pegasus to unicorn. And Pinkie Pie is going from earth pony to Pegasus. From what I heard. I'm not 100% sure on that. It might be good. So I am going to at least give it a watch. I'm at least going to put some 2 cents into it. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic has been there for many people to draw them out of certain situations of grief, loneliness, and despair. I'm not saying it's a miracle worker. No show can do that. But it can start as one. It can give you ideas to better yourself. And when a show like My Little Pony is telling you, hey, listen to what we have to say, and maybe it can help you. When shows do that, that's when they're good. That's why a lot of people got turned off by Teen Titans Go. Where the original Teen Titans, there was always a life lesson. Teen Titans Go does not. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, has life lessons. It teaches you to, always be there for a friend in need. And they'll be there for you as well. Sometimes, and even to the point to where if you overdo your stuff. There's an episode where Fluttershy was being too kind to a point to where it was going to put some other species in danger, to where she had to put her foot down and say, I can't help you anymore. You need to help yourselves right now. So yeah, it was pretty good. To all those who wrote My Little Pony, to Hasbro, to the voice actors and actresses, and even to the analysts who actually got me into the show, I thank you. And hopefully Generation 5 will start out great. And hopefully the series will do just as good. I'm Dan. I do the good, the bad, and I hope you had a blast.